Hello there. I'm going to compare a few different sample libraries that have strings and brass in them. And this is especially to show how the Miroslav Philharmonic 2 is a really great sample library if you just want to have sort of some basics for playing a number of different kinds of sounds and a number of different kinds of genres of music. So first, I'm just going to let you listen to all of the three different brass libraries that I included in my test run here. And here they are, all at the same time, on a little improvised piece. It's a very short piece that I created, only about 32 bars, and it's just a very short, sample so that I could show you all this stuff. Here it goes. Okay, so that's the little improv that I created so that I could demonstrate this for you. And now what I'd like to show you is I'd like to let you listen now just to the Miroslav brass sample that I chose. And the brass sample that I chose is called Brass Plus Wind, so it does have some woodwinds built into it as well. Here's the info sheet from it so that you can see that while I play just the Philharmonic brass. Here it is. And I won't play the whole thing this time. But you can get the idea that the Miroslav was a huge part of what you heard before. So that's one of the interesting things about that, is that just to demonstrate for you how much of that beautiful and full sound before was just from the Miroslav brass and winds example. So now I'm going to turn off the Miroslav and let you just listen to UVI Orchestral Suite String Ensemble. I'm going to demonstrate three different string ensembles for this, and the first one is this UVI sample library. Here is their string ensemble, and again I'll only play about half of the improvised piece that I created. Here we go. So you get the idea. There's the UVI. And now from using Contact, I will also play for you this Sable ensemble made by Spitfire. And it's an incredibly well sampled, beautiful, beautiful small chamber ensemble of strings. And I think you'll hear that right away in this rendition. Here it goes. get the idea. An incredibly well-sampled, beautiful rendition of a small chamber string ensemble. And I had 3 microphones turned on for that. By the way, I should tell you that as much as possible, I turned off all of the sampling that's built into, not sampling, all of the reverb that's built into these different patches for each of these. And so the only reverb you'll hear now is the reverb that was captured in the sample itself. So in other words, when they recorded it, if they recorded any reverb into the recording, then you'll hear that, but nothing else. So here is the Miroslav Philharmonic 2 string patch that I chose. And I will say that this string patch is actually from Miroslav version 1. And that's one of the great things about buying Philharmonic 2 is that you do get the version 1 patches. And this is one of those, and I think is a great one for those of us who pretty much just play like keyboard players and need to be able to produce sounds that sound as close to, you know, the sampled instruments as we're trying to get. Here we go. And you get the idea. So now I want to play for you the brass and the string sound just from the Philharmonic 2, so that you can hear how beautiful this is just by itself. And then finally, I'll play for you a layered version that just allows you to hear what happens when we layer a number of different sample libraries together, because that can really be one of the best ways to go. But if you can only afford one sample library that's about orchestra, I really, really recommend this Philharmonic 2. Well, have a listen, see what you think. And I think there might have been a little bit of clipping on the microphone there, and I apologize for that. That just has to do with the way that I'm recording from the screen right now, and is not, you know, something that's built into the samples themselves. And then finally, here is my little improvisation with all these layers turned on. And this is a pretty cool sound, so have a listen to this. I'm just going to play it, the last half of it here. Here we go. So please let me know in the comments if this is something that you'd be interested in having me go into greater detail about, because obviously I could go into much finer detail if I review each of these separately, and I'd be happy to do that, but only if there's an interest among my readers and viewers. Hope you're having a great day. Cheerio.